I'm here in San Antonio for REITs REITwise, our 2019 Law, Accounting, and Finance Conference. Joining me today is Terry Cuff of counsel with Loeb and Loeb. Terry, thanks so much for joining us.
Well, thank you for having me.
Now, here at REITwise, you were on a panel that was focused on partnership tax issues. What are the major items the new partnership representatives under the partnership audit rules should be thinking about or resolving at this point?
Well, I guess just real simply, there are a couple basic points that he particularly needs to worry about. One is he wants to make sure that he's been properly selected. A second thing is he's going to want to investigate and make sure under the partnership agreement or maybe an LLC agreement that he has the powers necessary to do his job. Very important to make sure that there's funding in place, that he has a source of getting funding for the audit, and he also has to think about the possibility that there could be an audit after the partnership is dissolved, so he has to worry about making sure that there's funding there in place. And finally, and perhaps most important, he has to worry about indemnification. Nobody gets paid enough to be a partnership representative that they want to incur much liability, and he wants to make sure that there's a very strong indemnification provision. I also urge a covenant not to sue.
Right. And what is the process that existing partnerships are going through to assess old partnership agreements under these new rules?
Well, I think to be candid, most partnerships are not doing anything at all, and that perhaps is part of the problem. But I think it really is very important for every partnership that hasn't done so already or doesn't have a new partnership agreement to go through the partnership agreement. Most important thing is there should be a power to appoint the partnership representative. That's absolutely critical. But in addition to that, they have to think about sort of, do we have a partnership agreement that addresses those earlier points that I said were important for the partnership representative? That you can select the partnership representative, that he has adequate powers to do his job, that there's a source of funding, and there's an indemnifications in place.
Okay. And lastly, are there any issues specific to JVs that have a REIT as a partner or specific to UPREIT structures?
No. I think that this is one of the areas that's the big sleeper. It's extraordinary under these rules. The audit rules transfer a lot of the tax issues that we've had in the past from the partner to the partnership. And it turns out that it's very possible that many of the REIT-type tax issues are resolved at the partnership level. For example, do we have a prohibited transaction? That seems to be a partnership issue. It's possible that many of the basic aspects of characterizing rents from real property and other things like this are done at the partnership level in a partnership audit rather than at the REIT level. So these are things that the REIT has to worry about. Gee, do we have an agreement that takes these into account adequately and, for example, lets the partnership representative advance REIT-type issues and make REIT-type arguments?
Terry, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
For more information on this and other REIT news and analysis, be sure to visit NAREIT's website, REIT.com.